Hello, 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 everyone. It's me. It's your girl, Sia Knight. I am the mobile notary mentor. And thank you so much for joining me here on the channel. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. And by the way, why haven't you? Also, click like if you like this video, because I am going to spill all of the information, all of the tea about what I absolutely hate about being a notary signing agent. So without further ado, let's get to it. Actually, one ado. Let me just, as my screen gets, boom. Okay, it'll clear up. So there is one thing I want to do is I want to make sure that you all know that on this upcoming Saturday, June 4th, we have a new notary workshop happening. It's online, it's interactive, it's Zoom. I will put you in the hot seat. We'll do some simulations. It's all a great time. So if you're watching this in real time, Saturday, June 4th, 10 a.m. Eastern time to noon Eastern time. Now, really without further ado, let's talk about these loan signings. I have been a notary since 2018 or so. And so in that time, I've done many different types of signings. I've told the story many times before about how I was a serial side hustler. I did lots of different things. I drove for Uber. I did Instacart. That was my jam for a while. I did, Uber Eats. I always drove food, not people. And so I came across the whole idea of being a loan signing agent. And I said, okay, I want to make $1 million in 2 weeks. I will do this. But as time went on, there were some things that I absolutely hated about being a notary signing agent, or also known as a loan signing agent. And I'm going to tell you about it right now. Here are 5 things that I hated. Number 1, delayed pay. Now, most of this video will be about how I like general notary work and Ron, as opposed to being a loan signing agent or notary signing agent. So I'm going to just kind of give you some context. And so when I talk about being a notary signing agent and hating the fact that my pay is delayed, like 30 days, 90 days, don't like that. I like general notary work when people are paying me on the spot, cha-ching, let that cash register ring. I like that. And also many of you know that I'm on the Notarized platform and they pay out maybe 4 or 5 times per week. I love that as well. So that's the one thing I hate about being a notary signing agent, as opposed to practicing general notary work. The second thing I hate is the fact that right now business is slowing down. Now, during the pandemic, during the time when interest rates were at an all-time low, oh my goodness gracious, the party, it was on and popping. People were getting signings left and right. But now things are starting to slow down a bit. And so I hate the fact that people and it's also, if I have to be honest, kind of bringing out the worst in some people when it comes to the competition, some backstabbing in the notary community, things like that. I do not like that. So I don't like the fact that business is slowing down a bit. Okay. The third thing that I hate about being a notary signing agent is delayed docs. And this is when you're working with signing companies. Okay. And you are, they said, hey, we'll give you $75 to do this signing, this closing. I'm like, okay, I like that. It's right down the street from my house. I will do it. So they said, okay, the signing is at 2:00. Okay, cool. So it is 10 o'clock when I got the call. So I'm like, okay, I'm sure the documents will come to me soon. And I'm looking and I'm waiting for the documents. And I'm like, okay, it is 11. It's 12. It's 12:30. And I still don't have the documents. I hate that, because what happens is that takes away time that I have to review the documents, tag the documents, make sure that I'm on my P's and Q's when it's time for me to get in front of the signer. So I absolutely hate late docs. Now, I will say on the flip side of that, one way to get around that is to go direct. If you start working with title companies directly, then you will not have as many problems with delayed paperwork, etc. Sometimes the signing companies that can slow the process down. So that was the third thing. Okay. The fourth thing that I hate about being a notary signing agent as opposed to a general notary is that all the printing that you do of the documents. So if you're supposed to print 2 sets of docs, one set for the signing, one set for just in case, and also to leave for the person. That's so bad for the environment. It's so bad for my printer. It's just so many supplies. And I'm not typically a top environmentalist, but it hurts my heart to have to print all of those documents, especially after you get to a particular place, you print the documents, you hand them over, you hand the signers their copy, and they're like, can't you just give this to me electronically? I really don't want this copy of the documents. That's so like 1992 to have a big fat stack of papers to hand people. So I hate that about being a notary signing agent. Now, the last thing that I hate about being a notary signing agent is all of the running around, the going to FedEx, the going to the signer's home, then going to print documents, going to pick up the documents, sometimes going back to drop off the documents. So it's a whole lot of running around. And if you're watching this in 2022, you know that gas prices are ridiculous. They're through the roof. So it's not a great thing to spend all the time, energy, and gas money to do all of that running around as a notary signing agent. That's one reason why, number one, being a remote online notary, is very, very attractive to me right now, because I can sit right here and do what I need to do and say what I need to say. So that's the first thing. And the second thing is doing general notary work where you have an appointment with the person. You can kind of plan out where you're going, how long you're going to be there, whether or not you want to do some drop off business cards with some surrounding businesses, all of that. So that's why I really prefer doing general notary work and also RON work. So some people love being a notary signing agent. They love being that loan signing agent. And I say more power to you. I love that there's room enough for all of us to have our own particular niches in the business. And I also enjoy coaching and teaching workshops. So that's another part of what I love to do, as opposed to getting out there as a notary signing agent. So hopefully this was helpful to you. And I wanted to just really kind of get real and share the real deal about what it's like to be a notary signing agent. Sometimes people get on and they don't tell the truth about what's happening and what's going on in the business. They're trying to sell spots in workshops and mentorships and that sort of thing, which I think is wonderful as long as you connect with the instructor. But if they're just trying to sell you something for the sake of you buying something, just kind of be a little cautious of that. So that's it, folks. Thank you so much for joining me in this video. Until next time, like they say, happy signing. Bye.